Hello and welcome to Drakon video series. Today we are going to design a braid ring with gems. So let's start with the braid ring tool under the rings tab. And in here we will start from the gallery parts. We can choose something maybe similar to this one. And from here we can go to the profile. In this case we are going to use a smooth square profile, and from now I can adjust under the ring size, my ring size chart, my custom ring size number, and of course the different options inside this tool, which in this case I can keep the ring width with 2 millimeters, and of course the distance between these waves, it looks good to me. So the idea now is to fill this ring with gems, and of course we want to skip these overlapping parts. So what we are going to do for the next step is to use the gems on curve, and from here we will need to select the braid ring. In this case we have both, and I just want one of them, and automatically you will see it will fill the ring with gems. In this case we just want a part of it, so let's readjust in here the end point, which in this case you will notice when we are using a closed curve that the endpoint will allow us to move the endpoint, and the start point will allow us to define the position. So in this case, I want to drag a little bit, of course, in the other direction, so I know automatically it will come near this area. So this is just the start point, and note that in here I still move all the gems. So what we are going to do is just to fix our start point in here, more or less, and then the end point. Now you will see that it will be reducing the number of gems. It will keep the start point and just adding defining the final position for the gems, which in this case we will set somewhere around here, as you will see. And of course, now we can define the gem size. In this case, we are doing a channel setting. So I'm going to use 1.3 millimeter gems, and I'm going also to define the distance between gems, maybe 0.1. Of course, it's important the gems not to touch each other, but to be close enough. And finally, I'm going to align with the table of the gem in the ring, as you can see. And now I can start defining my cutters to define the gem's position. So let's go to use the channel cutter under the related tools. And in here, we will need to define in this case, the lateral distance, the height. And in the caps, I want to use a round cap for both sides. And the cap distance, we can use the minimum. Let's change in here to ghosted display mode so we can see what's going on. And as you can see, we are defining the channel cutter. And from here, we are going to multiplicate this cutter all around the ring. So what we are going to do is to use under the tools tab, we have the polar array, and just need to select, in this case, the channel cutter, and the number of copies we will adjust to 6 to fit exactly along the overlapping parts we have on this braid ring. So from here, we are good to go. We can move to the next step, which in this case is to make the Boolean difference. So I'm going to select the braid ring and the objects to remove on the second object selector. As you can see, I just need to select all of them. And as you can see now, we can move to the next step, which I'm going first to define the gem settings. So I'm going to use the prongs row. But in this case, the idea is to define, instead of prongs, I'm going to use the channel setting. As you can see, it will create the bars. In here, we can adjust the length, the width, and all options needed. So what we are going to do in this case, so we can adjust here a little bit the height, the thickness, and we are going to make again the polar array to place the gems all around the ring. So I just need to select both gems and the settings, and the number of copies, once again, we need to adjust to 4. In this case, to 6, sorry. So as you can see, it will fill the ring. It's a quite simple example what we can do with Drakon. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.